Dead people had better taste than us. Give me a minute, I'll explain it. Now, a woman in 1890 had no Pinterest, no Instagram, no influencers, no HGTV, no mood boards, no Wayfair, no Amazon, and not a single floating shelf. And somehow, her living room is more interesting, more beautiful, and more alive than most rooms being designed right now. Today we're going to talk about what we lost, how we lost it, and the design principles we can steal back, starting right now. But before we get started, welcome back to Maximalist Home 101, your YouTube channel for everything maximalist. Victorian interiors, the height of the era, roughly 1860 through 1900, were built around one central idea. A room should tell the story of the people who live in it. Now, every object in a Victorian parlor meant something. The botanical prints on the wall came from a real passion for the natural world. The travel souvenirs on the mantel were from places the family had actually been. The books had actually been read. The art was chosen because someone in that house genuinely and personally loved it. These were not decorated rooms. These were lived-in rooms, and that distinction is everything. They also understood that a room needs layers, something near the floor, something at eye level, and something above. Velvet against dark wood, against woven wool, against printed plaster. The Victorian eye thought in terms of the whole room, wall to wall, floor to ceiling, not one little situation at a time. A Victorian room was a maximalist composition made by people who have never once been told that wanting a beautiful, full, meaningful home was just doing too much. So what happened? Because we did not just drift toward white walls and empty surfaces. There was a specific, intentional moment when someone decided all of this was wrong. We're going to talk about that moment right now. Because in the early 20th century, a design movement called modernism came along and declared war on everything the Victorians loved. The leading voice was a Swiss-French architect named Le Corbusier. I'm sure I butchered that, sorry. But he famously argued that decoration is a crime. That a house, and I really need you to hear this, a house is just a machine for living in. A machine for living in. Now, there was real logic behind this. The world had just come through World War I. There was a genuine hunger for something new and clean rather than the heavy, complicated past, and I understand that reaction. But here is what got lost. The idea that a home should feel like the people that live in it. Modernism was designed for a theoretical, rational, unencumbered human being, not for an actual person with a grandmother's quilt and a collection of ceramic frogs and 47 years worth of books. And that philosophy trickled down through the decades. Mid-century modern, the minimalism movement of the 90s, Scandinavian influence, Instagram, until we arrived here, where a room with a lot of things in it is called cluttered, and a room with almost nothing in it is called elegant and sophisticated. And I am sitting here looking at an 1887 parlor in Edinburgh, and I need somebody to explain to me how that happened. Okay, now listen, I did not bring you back to 1890 just to make you feel bad about your gray linen sofa. I'm sure it's beautiful. Here are the things that the Victorians got profoundly right, and exactly how we bring them back. First off, they were not afraid of the wall. Now, in a Victorian home, a blank wall was a problem to be solved, not a style to aspire to. They hung art at multiple heights. They mixed frames freely. A gilded oval next to a plain dark rectangle. A painted mat next to a simple white frame. They clustered pieces together so the wall itself became a composition. A single small print floating alone in the center of a large wall would have looked, to the Victorian eye, like somebody simply forgot to finish the room or maybe even ran out of money. And I think they were right. One centered piece of art does not look intentional. It looks like a placeholder. Now, secondly, they understood the mantel. The mantelpiece was the heart of the Victorian room, and it was never bare. A clock, yes, but also a mirror to reflect the light back into the room. Candlesticks at varying heights rather than matched pairs. A few meaningful objects that found their way there over time. It all looked collected, not curated. It looks like someone actually lived there, because someone did. And if you have a mantel right now with nothing on it, I am gently and lovingly asking you to rethink that. And third, the one I most want you to take home today. They displayed the things that they loved without embarrassment, without being shy, and without an apology. If you loved ceramics, your ceramics were on the shelves for everyone to see. If you loved books, they were everywhere, not hidden behind frosted glass because someone told you that open bookshelves just looked messy. If you traveled somewhere that mattered to you, whether it's Canada or the United States, or maybe a once-in-a-lifetime dream trip to Japan, those things sat on your mantel, not in a box in a closet because they don't match your aesthetic. A Victorian home looked like the people who lived in it. Our homes have started to all look like mood boards in a way, like someone's Pinterest aesthetic, and they really don't look like us at all. Now, this is not a video telling you to go fully Victorian. I don't think I could do it. I'm not saying put a taxidermied owl under a glass dome on your mantel. Although honestly, zero judgment if that's your thing. I love it, send me a picture. What I am saying is that those rooms worked. They worked because the people who made them were not afraid of too much. They were not decorating for a photograph to get thumbs up and likes on. They were decorating for a life that they were currently living and loving. So the next time someone tells you your home has too much in it, I want you to think about that woman in Edinburgh in 1887. No Pinterest, no influencers, just an unashamed love of beautiful things displayed with care. She didn't ask for permission. Even in a time where women had to ask for permission for so much. And neither should you. So let me know in the comments, what is one old-fashioned design idea that you wish would come back? Victorian, Art Deco, something from your grandmother's house that you have been thinking about for 20 years. I read every single one and I can't wait to see what you share. I'll see y'all in the next one. Go make something beautiful. Bye, friends.